In this video, we'll be counting down my top 10 albums released in the month of April. All these albums have been reviewed in some capacity, whether being a full review or a short review or even part of the albums I missed in April video, which was released just yesterday. So we'll not waste any more time. First, I'm going to start with some honorable mentions that did not quite make that list. But first, honorable mention, Rammstein Zeit. This one is still very new to me. Maybe if I give it some more time, I will appreciate it more. But so far, I think it's just good, not great. I will be doing a ranking video for all the Rammstein albums, so we can see where this one lands on that list. Another one was Meshuggah Immutable. This is a band that just doesn't click with me for some reason. It wasn't that bad, but Meshuggah is a band, I kind of like them more in like small doses. I feel that listening to a full album can sometimes kind of feel a little tedious at times. So this was not bad, but just a band I'm not really into. Then there's Robin Trower, No More Worlds to Conquer. This was very good, but another one too soon to be able to include it on a list. It's different. It's a guitar player's album, lots of bluesy guitar playing. This one may also grow on me over time. I'll probably do another end of the quarter list at the end of June, so maybe this one will grow on me by then. Ted Nugent, Detroit Muscle. This is another one that just came out. I have to admit, the lyrics are simple, cheesy, but the guitar playing is very good and the songs are catchy. So another one that may grow on me over time, but for now, it's just an honorable mention. And Primus, Conspiranoid. This one is just an EP, which is not a problem because I will be including another EP in the top 10, but it's just 3 songs. The first song is very good. The other 2 have yet to grow on me. Hopefully they release a full album sometime, and maybe I will get into that one a little more, but this one was not too bad, so for that reason I have it as an honorable mention. Now for my top 10. So at number 10 is Semblant with Vermilion Eclipse. They are a Brazilian melodic death metal band. I've been a fan of them since the year 2020. They have both the male and female vocals, kind of reminiscent of Nightwish, but without all those symphonic elements. The album was very good. The first half was really good, including the singles that were released. The second half kind of it's still good, but it's just a little weaker than the front half. Good album. If you like heavy music with those male and female vocals, just check out this band. At number 9, Third Secret. So this band was promoted as a grunge supergroup with members of Nirvana, Soundgarden, and Pearl Jam. Now when I listened to it, I was surprised, first of all, that there was a female singer, and second of all, it was indie rock and not like those aforementioned bands. But with that being said, the album grew on me. There are 2 female vocalists. They kind of remind me of Courtney Love in her early days. The music is mostly acoustic, but there are a few heavier and grungier songs. So if you like music from the early 90s, you'll like this album. Number 8, Incite, Wake Up Dead, a band from the Max Cavalera family tree. It has Richie Cavalera. He's the stepson of Max. Album has a sound very close to Pantera. Really good because Pantera is not going to be releasing any albums anymore. I doubt. If you like that 90s groove metal sound, this band does it very well. Again, I just want to listen again. And the songs are just fun. It has those squealing guitar riffs and bouncy rhythms. Check it out if you like 90s groove metal. Number 7, Crisix Full HD. So this is one of the albums I was just talking about in the Albums I Missed video. High energy thrash metal. This one kind of took a few listens to appreciate, but reminds me of old school thrash bands like Anthrax or Exodus. It's the kind of band that most likely has really intense mosh pits at the live shows. Music is perfect for that, and I'm sure they're a good live band. Number 6, Skullfist Paid in Full, a band I've never listened to before, and I did a review in a 3-part video. A new band. It brings back that classic early 80s heavy metal style, similar to maybe Saxon or Judas Priest, but this album was surprisingly good. Songs are melodic and catchy, but there are some heavy guitar riffs, some fast drum beats. This is an album for someone who loves classic metal and one of the few new bands that does it very well. Number 5, Ganache, All You Can Hit. This is a surprise for me. They're an underground band. I didn't really have any intention of listening to it or reviewing it. I got a recommendation from the chill dude on the couch, and I wasn't expecting it to come in so high, but they're just very different. They're unique. They mix grunge, prog, alternative, and think of Alice in Chains, Voivod, Faith No More. They're very different, something very enjoyable if you like the 90s grunge scene. At number 4, Destruction Diabolical. This is an album from an established thrash band. They've been around since the beginning of the thrash metal heyday. from Germany, and I'm surprised this album ranked so high. You know, my first impression was it was good, you know, not great, but it did grow on me a lot. You know, I gave it another listen, and I just really enjoyed this album from start to finish. You know, it's heavy thrash metal riffs, you know, lots of energy. If you like classic thrash, check it out. Number 3, Wolf Shadowland, another surprise. You know, I never listened to this band before, but I heard it and I just immediately enjoyed it from the start. They remind me a lot of Mike Howe era at Metal Church. The songs are heavy, but at the same time very memorable, catchy choruses. You know, if you like that type of music, it's like almost thrash, but not really. You know, like Metal Church, check it out. I just thought it was a very good album. At number 2, Red Hot Chili Peppers with Infinite Love. I have this one on CDs, but actually I don't want to have on CD. And I've been a fan of the Chili Peppers, you know, for years. It's a good album, better than the last few albums, actually. It brought back John Frusciante, produced again by Rick Rubin, and that's that same team from that classic album, you know, like Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That's the one I have back there. Wide variety of songs, and, you know, sounds like their early days, you know, some of that Mother's Milk's funky stuff, more their like melodic, you know, modern stuff like Californication types of songs. It's long, 17 songs, it's over an hour long. And at number 1, Kirk Hammett with Portals. So this was my biggest surprise of the month. Because first of all, it's an EP, and second, it's all instrumental. Now, I don't really cover instrumental albums on this channel much, but it's really good. It's not Metallica, it's not thrash. It's cinematic instrumental music. It's heavy, atmospheric. The guitar playing evokes these various images and scenes in your head when you listen to it. You hear lots of influences, not just Metallica. You might hear a little bit of like Iron Maiden, and there's some elements of jazz, some neoclassical, and for that reason, it is my number 1. So that is all. Tomorrow, I will be ranking the Rammstein albums. So then the weekend's coming. Some albums I'm looking forward to: Fuzzy, Hailstorm, 3 Days Grace. There's Simple Plan. There's a new band with Scott Ian and Pearl Aday, the daughter of Meatloaf. So I want to look into that. I think it's called Motor something. And anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.